the game. Start clicking, the surrounding cells change color. Hi everybody, this is Edgardo and I'm building BUNT RGB, which is a daily puzzle game. The reason behind this series of video is to devlog everything and to show how easy and difficult it is to develop an app without any coding skill whatsoever. The idea was pretty simple, a 5x5 matrix where you could have 3 colors, red, green and blue. And every single time you click a single cell, all the surrounding 8 cells change their color. Something like this. So this was the basic idea. I didn't have, and I still don't have, any background in IT or math, so I decided to vibe code. I started with ChatGPT, which is, I don't know if it's the best one, but it is the one I pay monthly. So I designed with that. The first thing I did was prompting everything about my app. I use dictation normally. I use it a lot actually. And I dictate to my ChatGPT everything involving the app. So it was a matrix, 5x5, blah, blah, blah. I wanted it to be a single daily puzzle, which updates every single day. And after that, we created, me with ChatGPT, this kind of document, which is BUNT RGB puzzle game app. Everything is in Italian because there's no point using ChatGPT in any other language but yours, your native language, for me at least, because it can understand basically everything. Everything is in here, you know, the vision, the key principle. My first goal was to create an MVP, a minimal viable product. So what I did was to create a new folder in ChatGPT. As you can see, it's plenty of chats in here. And I started with the phase 0. I created in this other document with ChatGPT as well, creating all the phases I needed to create my MVP. Basically, the phase 0 was, I asked ChatGPT what was a stack, what to use. I decided to use React plus Vite and TypeScript. And I didn't know what they were. I'm not sure about React, if it's an engine or whatever it is, but I'm sorry for the people who already know what these things are, but I'm an ignorant and I'm basically learning through developing. And for the first 3 phases, as you can see, the phase 3 was to deploy the MVP. It took me 5 hours. The phase 1 was a technical setup. The phase 2 was local persistency, and the phase 3, as I was saying, is deployment. Everything was for me new. Surely I didn't know what to do. But chatting with ChatGPT was pretty easy. Basically, what I used was Terminal. I'm using a Mac, but I guess everything is pretty much the same on Windows. Everything I needed to write on the terminal was something I copied and pasted from ChatGPT. And the other instrument I'm using is Visual Code. As you can see here in Visual Code, I already opened my project and there's plenty of folders and files, and I'm ignoring everything about every single one of them. But what I use the most is app.tsx, and the most used one is called Engine. And basically in here there is everything, kind of triggers any animation, anything inside the game. I'm sorry if this is a messy video, but you know, it's something I did in probably 5 hours. The result was pretty much decent. Let me show you. As you can see here, I put the version 0.4.0. The first one was just the MVP, the core 5x5 puzzle, timer, clicks, blah blah, and the practice mode. And that's pretty much it. This is the game. As you start clicking, all of the surrounding cells change color. Let me show you with an easier version. As you can see, you click here and everything changes color. The medium is something I can't cope with, not yet at least. And the funny thing is, when we needed to test it, we as me and ChatGPT, I needed to try and play. The problem was I couldn't complete it, only the easy one. The easy version is too easy, but the difficult is just too difficult, and the medium is just too difficult for me as well. After that, I created a practice mode so everybody could just try. As you can see, there's a minor bug to be fixed. You see, part 1 should be completed in 1 move, but instead you need 2 moves. So it doesn't work, not yet. So in the phase 3, we deployed it on Vercel. We used this other app called Vercel, which is a service that lets you publish your GitHub project into this public link, which is this one, as you can see. So after that, I basically launched it and I published on Reddit and I sent it to some of my friends. Nobody was able to complete it, only a few people on Reddit, and that's where many feedbacks came from, which I'm thankful for. And that's why I improved it from version 1.0. And what I did was create this kind of badge. As you can see, the one I clicked on, version badge, feedback button, which is this one, because I want people to be able to send me a feedback. Then we have this point 3. We added a share model, which is this one, and you can share it with your WhatsApp, X. I improved the reset button and also some user interface adjustment. So what I'm working on right now is the global high score, which, as you can see, has 3 recorded scores. By the way, if you like this video or you find my devlog useful, please like the video and consider subscribing. Thanks. This morning I couldn't sleep, and I've decided to take further steps for creating my brand. So what I did was sketching all my screens of the app. As you can see, this is the home screen. This is supposed to be the practice screen. This is the leaderboard. I converted it using Illustrator. As you can see right here, I worked on a nice logo for BUNT RGB using, of course, red, green and blue color with all the tiles. And here, as you can see, are the first mock-ups for the screen. And here's the title, the Daily Scramble, which is the home screen. Here is where a user should land as the app is opened. The logo probably is just too big right now, but I'll adjust it. And here, all the data you need to take into account while playing. Here is a little icon for some hints, and if you want to play with old scrambles, you just land here, past scrambles, and then you have your account, leaderboards, as you can see here, the home screen, the practice button, and the settings. The only other screen I worked so far is this practice one. As you can see, everything stays the same apart from these 3 buttons, which is easy, medium, hard to, this version I'm working already on. And we also have this custom complexity, which is the same as in practice mode right now. So you choose the par and it generates it. The only other thing I did was create my new YouTube channel to devlog everything, to keep everything updated. So this is a simplified stack. Just to recap, I used ChatGPT as an AI co-developer to build the core logic of the game, Visual Studio Code for local development and TypeScript, GitHub for version control and release discipline, linked to Vercel, which I used to deploy and to have the MVP live. Then Adobe Illustrator for brand identity and visual system, which I already showed you, and the Reddit community for NLA community testing and organic promotion. So thanks to all of you, and I'm really sorry if I misspelled or said anything wrong. As I said, I'm not a pro here, I'm just learning through developing with Vibe code. For the moment, this is it. I hope you enjoyed the video and see you in the next episode of my journey. Bye!